What's up guys, you're watching India Today Tech. I'm Rahul Sethi, and in this video we're going to talk about a latest mid-segment laptop from Asus that uses AMD's recent chipsets, the Ryzen series. Asus announced the VivoBook 15 series in India a few weeks ago, and the VivoBook X505ZA that we have with us uses the Ryzen 5 CPU and comes preloaded with Windows 10. The laptop is priced at 35,000 rupees. Let's talk about its design, specs and all the features you get on this laptop. So the VivoBook 15 has a 15.6-inch display and has a very thin profile. You'll see it has about 8.9 mm of thickness and weighs about 1.6 kg. The laptop is made out of plastic all throughout. The lid, although is made out of plastic, it has a metal layer on top with brushed metal finish to give it a nice look. At the bottom as well, the laptop is fully sealed. The battery is not user removable. At the top you'll see it has cooling vents, and at the bottom of the back side there are two speakers. So when you keep the laptop on the table, the speakers would be facing the downside. To open the lid you have a small leverage up front, and it's easy to open just with one hand. The display is put on two hinges and feels quite sturdy, although there is slight flex to the body as it is fully made out of plastic. Inside you'll see the laptop has very thin bezels on the display and a chiclet keyboard paired with a good big touchpad. The keyboard does not have numpad keys, but it has good separation between the keys. The touchpad and the keyboard are also quite responsive on the laptop. We found the touchpad to be very smooth to use and very responsive. Similar is the case with the keypad, although the key travel is not very high and the quality of the keys are very flimsy, so we didn't really like the typing experience. At the top you also get shortcuts paired to the function keys. Talking about the ports, on the right you get two normal USB ports, one mono audio jack, an SD card reader and notification lights for sleep and battery indication. On the left you get a Type-C USB, USB 3.0, HDMI, LAN and charging ports. So the charging port, as you'll see, is a regular one and not a Type-C, and it uses a 45-volt adapter, although the size of the charger is smaller than what you'll see on conventional laptops, so it takes less space and is slightly easier to carry. The hinge on the laptop's display doesn't allow it to go far beyond 90 degrees, but what we are more concerned about is the viewing angles on the display. The VivoBook 15 uses a 15.6-inch display that has full HD resolution, and it's an IPS panel, so you would expect good viewing angles, but that is not really the case. You'll see a slight deviation from its front position drastically brings down the viewability of the display, and there's also a slight color shift. Although the color reproduction of the display is very good and you can expect very good experience from its display, it's just that it doesn't have very good viewing angles and the brightness is very limited, so even indoors while playing games we had to blast the brightness to maximum levels, which not only would drain the battery but restricts the viewing angles, visibility and the possibility that you could use the laptop while you're on the move, especially in outdoor conditions. Now the good thing about VivoBook 15 is that it can run some decent mid-segment games. We played F1 2017 and the laptop was able to play it quite well in the low to medium graphics settings, although some of the VFX modes were specifically turned off, like the ambient occlusions, but otherwise in the medium graphics settings the VivoBook 15 was able to run the game pretty well. I mean, there were no lags, stutters or freezes, and you could feel the game run very smoothly as if on a proper gaming laptop. We also tested some other games, although we will be doing a thorough testing in our full review. Games like Fortnite appeared to be very easily handled by the VivoBook 15. It uses the recently announced Vega 8 GPU that has 1 GB of RAM, and AMD has designed the Ryzen 5 CPUs keeping in mind the graphic usage of new age applications. So in that regard the VivoBook 15 is quite nice, and in fact if you're not buying it to play games, regular usage on the VivoBook 15 also turned out to be quite nice. It handles Windows animations quite smoothly. We found no lag while switching between apps or opening applications, and it was quite a breeze for the laptop to handle day-to-day tasks. Be it browsing on the internet or typing on the word processor, the VivoBook 15 does a good job. Although same might not be the case with the Ryzen 3, we have not tested that one yet. It's also important to note that during our continuous gameplay of 1.5 hours, The laptop was put on continuous charging as well, but it did not heat up. The temperature control on Ryzen CPUs, at least on the VivoBook 15 as we have found, is very amazing, and you will see that even in long sessions of gaming, it would not heat up drastically. One thing we noticed with the Ryzen 5, and it may be an issue with the VivoBook 15, is that the battery drops drastically while you're playing games like the Formula 1. Just about 7 to 8 minutes of gaming would use about 30% of battery. That was with the display brightness blasted to full and the Wi-Fi turned off. I mean, it's true that most laptops don't have very good backup when it comes to gaming, and that is the case with the VivoBook 15 itself. Although in regular usage, we'll find that it is able to return about 5 to 6 hours with tasks like browsing, watching movies, or even more if you're using it to type on the word processor. Now if you take a look at the spec sheet, the VivoBook X505ZA comes with an AMD Ryzen 5 CPU that has 2.0 GHz of clock speed. It uses Vega 8 graphics that has 1 GB of RAM. The display size is 15.6 inches with Full HD Plus resolution, 60 Hz refresh rate, and 45% color gamut coverage. You get up to 8 GB of RAM on this one, and that can be expanded to 16 GB. The storage on it is 1 TB, and there is no solid state storage device for faster boot. The 3-cell battery on this one has 42 watt-hours of capacity. Out of the box, the laptop runs 64-bit Windows 10 operating system, and the laptop has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. The VivoBook 15 with Ryzen 5 CPU comes at about 35,000 rupees, while the Ryzen 3 variant is priced around 30,000 rupees, which is quite a good price for the performance we have seen so far on the VivoBook 15. Although the build quality on the laptop is not very amazing, and the display brightness levels and viewing angles could also have been much better. But at this price point, the overall performance and user experience on this laptop has been quite good so far. Do let us know what you think about this latest Asus laptop in the comment section below, and if you have liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel to get latest videos on technology, smartphones and other gadgets like this. Thank you for watching.